This is the best money glitch in Forza Horizon 5 you guys can use to make millions of credits extremely quickly. Now let's go on and get started on exactly what you need for this. And just before we do, occasionally these glitches will get patched, in fact fairly often, especially when they're as good as this one. So if you guys want to stay tuned for any new glitches as they come out, like and subscribe right now, as I'll be the first person to be able to come out with those videos. But let's go and get started on exactly what you need for this glitch. So pretty much, there'll be this one car you guys I'm sure you would have seen before, the local motors rally fighter, except this time it's a little bit different. This is a bit of a secret I'll be showing throughout the course of this video, no one's really seen before. So in terms of this, guys, not only this is going to be a new blueprint event you're using as the last one got patched, but also there'll be a pretty fundamental tip in terms of how you guys can use this to make a lot more money. Now first off, it's very important you max out virtually all the skill perks in this car, as without doing so, you'll make significantly less money from doing this. Now you'll actually make 50,000 credits back from that perk just from maxing out the perks, so at least get a little bit of your money back just from buying the car initially. Now you can leave out a couple of perks, and most of them will be necessary to be able to make a lot more money, but now let's go and head to the creative hub. Now the code you guys want to use, which is very new, in fact it changed while I was making this video, is going to go ahead and be 140931656. Now one thing to also keep in mind is that virtually all the time, the general consensus of the glitch will be the same. It'll be the same sort of fundamentals behind it, same thing is involved with how you use the race, so even if the pin does change, it's going to be fairly similar. But either way, make sure your car is in manual. You guys can stop and pause my difficulty settings, pretty much just make sure I was in manual, that's the only thing that's too important. Unbeatable mode, etc., just for a little bit of extra credits where possible. As soon as it starts, drive up, and as soon as it starts veering off to the right, you want to go for a pretty hard 90-degree turn after that first checkpoint. Just follow what I do, it'll make it pretty simple. Pretty much what you're doing is you're actually lifting your first two wheels, the front two wheels of your car, into this sort of pipe. And once you guys get the first two up there, you want to slow down, hold the handbrake, and then accelerate. So as you guys can see, you don't want to go too far in there, just enough for your front two wheels to balance up on the pipe. Stop, handbrake, accelerate. That's all you guys need to do. Now, whatever reason, it's going to be generating a lot of wheel spin, which is effectively glitching the game into, or convincing the game into thinking you're actually driving a lot more than you are. Now, I believe it on the scoreboard I'm coming first, yet clearly I'm not if you've watched Charge on the race so far. But after around 70 to 80 seconds, you guys can see in the top left score, the race will suddenly end. You'll be teleported back out as the race is being complete, and boom, you'll get anywhere between 3 to 500,000 credits and around 100k XP. Now, the amount of credits you do this will often differ, and that's based off how well you've set it up. This one's taking a lot longer, often it takes really around 75 seconds to finish, but as you guys can see, that's one lap or one of actual race of this done. Easy 500,000 credits. Now sometimes you might have your car in a worse position in the pipe, maybe you're not far in or you're too far out of it. That will actually affect how much money you make from this. So it'll take a while to really know the best spot. When I was listening, it was probably one of the best spots you guys can really get for this, having just wedged the front two tires in. 90,000 XP and of course 500,000 credits. The good thing about this, you can go back in your creative hub, go to my history, and go straight back into this race. You can load back in pretty quickly and get right back into it. You guys can do this dozens of times per hour and make millions and millions of credits. But if you guys want to know a few secrets as to how I've done it pretty well, or how I've got virtually every single rare car in the game, we'll of course get to that. Now again, I'm gonna start another lap, go into the exact same thing, simply rinse and repeat, and go ahead and make a few more 100,000 credits. Whilst we're doing so, guys, you guys can see I've got 100 million super wheel spins, every single rare car in the game, and more, because I'm actually playing on a modded account from MitchCactus. We offer credit packs, rare car packs, and more, and we can apply this to an existing profile of yours. With over 12,000 Trustpilot reviews, we're the biggest in the game, and you guys can check it out. There'll be a link in the description below. Let's go and get back into it. As you guys can see, my front two tires up. Now it's just a waiting game. But pretty much, guys, we even offer packs for Call of Duty, EAFC 24, Diablo 4, and a bunch more coming very soon. Stay tuned for that. As you guys can see, link will be in the description like I mentioned. Check it out as soon as possible. Now if you go back into the race, you guys will see approaching on 70 seconds, it will come to a close pretty soon, and we'll be teleported back out, and we'll see how much money I made this time, as the position of my car was slightly worse, I would say, and then it'll directly reflect with how much money you guys make. Now again, this is an older variant of the race, but with a new code, as virtually no matter how many times the share code will change, the general principle will stay the same. Like I said, you guys can rinse and repeat no matter the code, front two wheels up in that pipe, and you guys will be able to make millions and millions of credits. That's all there is to it. This time was much less effective, and you guys can kind of see why. Do it a few times, you'll get a feel for the best ways to do it, and that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for further glitches just like this.